call everybody together like this. We talk. Then we pass it to the players. If you guys got any questions or concerns or comments you want to give towards us, or you just want to tell us what you think, we do that during the Q&A session. And then after that, I usually showcase the new map. There'll be some showcasing ahead of time this meeting. I do have some in-game stuff I need to show y'all that I'm going to be discussing. There's not a lot of notes, so this should actually be a pretty quick meeting. Don't mind my voice. I know I sound like I'm pinching my nose right now when I talk. It's because I've been sick all week. So here we go. And also, if you hear random pauses for no reason, it's usually because I'm coughing, and I'm trying not to cough in the microphone. So, all right.
I'm on deck.
Yeah. What, you're on what?
Yeah. What was that letter?
Man, you made me thinking of Nola on something, made me lose my train of thought there. Anyway, for now, the stream will just have Discord on it, but I'll be switching it over to Rust here shortly so I can show you guys some of the things I'm discussing. And again, there's not a lot. All right, let me see. Where be my note? There they be. All right. Well, shit. Bad idea. That first note is yours, man. You want to hit that?
Yeah, you want me to cover that? You got some time to clear your throat?
Sure.
No jokes? Okay.
You're definitely being thought.
So, well, fuck, what was my note? Sorry. Oh, the first note. People come in and die or whatever reason and ticket, and the rage quitters. Don't encourage them. I saw someone who won't name them. Someone was asking how to share their TC because they were quitting the server because things didn't go their way. And another player was helping them. Oh, you gotta add them to team, and you gotta do this. Make sure you share your box. Blah blah blah. Don't do that. Don't help people quit. We got a plugin that takes care of the base, and giving a new player a bunch of stuff is just ruining their gameplay and their experience of the server. So just let it happen. And then the other one. Any other admins have anything to say before we move on?
Any other minute? What?
Any other admins have anything to say before I move on?
Oh, for that one? No, I
The
mean,
rage quitters?
yeah, we don't allow people to despawn their shit and stuff. So if you see somebody raging like that, don't encourage it by like, oh, I'll TP to you at town. Let me get some of that stuff. Like, no, we don't allow that shit. I ban people for that. So.
All right, and then the next one, there's been a couple tickets lately. New players, of course, so this goes out to you. Steam has a built-in recording software. You don't need to download anything new. You just need to set it up. I made a nice guide for it. It will work on your computer, so I don't like seeing any of that. Oh, it doesn't work for me. It slows my computer down. No, you slow your computer down. Change your settings.
Amen.
There's a guide. Check it out. If you need help setting anything up, you can open a ticket and we'll help you out. Or I can just even open that forum to discussion. Or I don't know. It seems like a good idea.
Says unknown on the link. Is it a thread?
It's a thread forum, whatever.
Yeah. I'll have to go down to that thread or something, I think.
Yeah, I can just unlock that thread.
But yeah.
Anyone has any questions, ask.
Everybody does have Steam recording, and we still get tickets to this day where people are like, it doesn't work on my computer. I don't have it. You can expect me to record all my gameplay and blah. Yeah, we do. So that's how it works.
Oh, how about the Death Queen?
Moving on. My first note. I think Kenji deserves a shout out for organizing all these Wraith raids. He builds the forward operating base. He supplies like 30 to 50 full kits with M2s and everything. Yes, other people do bring their stuff too, but he puts all this together and has done so multiple times and has supplied anything for anyone that wants to join. Big shout out to Kenji on 3X for doing that. He's probably put on 3 or 4 of those just this wipe alone, giving out literally 30 to 50 full fucking kits to people to go in there and fight this thing. It's a shout out, but at the same time, it's honestly a negative too, though. Like, why is he the only one doing all this? Like, you guys, it's end-game content. What do you got to lose when the late in the wipe and you got all your shit and you got boxes of M2s? Go have some fun, man. You get your legendary items from that guy. I am still working on making legendary items persist through map wipes, and we are working on legendary sets where you get extra bonuses for having the set. So like, get you some practice on that Wraith, man. He's not easy. You're gonna die a lot, but who fucking cares? I mean, Kenji will speak up. I'm sure he'll pop in here during the Q&A or something, and everybody gets their kits back anyway. Like, you don't lose stuff permanently because you're gonna kill him, and he doesn't respawn for like fucking 12 hours. So, and you definitely get the walker quest done because there's gonna be a lot of walkers. So go have some fun, man. Like, who cared? Like, me and him have been discussing it in DM some because he's been kind of like, what the hell? Like, why does nobody else do this, man? This is fun. And I'm like, honestly, like, people are so scared of dying in video games anymore. I don't get what it is. Like, who cares? It's a fucking video game. I'm not even saying we people in general weren't scared of dying in video games years ago. And back then, those were games that didn't even wipe. Like, Rust wipes. So who cares if you die? It's gonna wipe. Like, go have fun. Like, do some crazy shit. You've never had as much fun until that motherfucker throws you in an ice chair and starts freezing your ass. Like, there's all kinds of cool shit, man. Go have some fun. And you ain't clapping shit. That Wraith is gonna rock you steady. All right, moving
So
on.
those were screams of joy.
Moving on. Oh, speaking of which, my next note: player suggestions for legendary. So we've made a couple dozen legendary items. Of course, you know, we don't just make all of them like, oh, an M249 with Vampiric. Like, they're not all going to be the flawless one that you're hoping for. Like, you know, you get like if you get like an axe that has like a shit ton of lumber harvesting skills and shit like that on it, you may be like, oh, that sucks. I was hoping for a fucking M2 with fucking Vampiric. We can't, if we're gonna make a bunch of legendaries, they can't all be fucking M2s. You know, they can't all be, you know, chess pieces with uncanny dodge. You know, some of them got to be different types of stuff. So just keep that in mind. But great fucking place for suggestions channel. I see. I read the suggestions thread or channel, whatever the fuck that is. I read that every day. It's very rare there's any suggestions put in there that A, I can do, or B, or even like plausible. Like, you know, there haven't been many of the weird ones lately, but in the past we used to get suggestions like, you know, could you make my ex-wife not be a bitch? You know, it's like, if I could do that, my problems would probably be solved. So you got to put shit in there. Like, yeah, you got to put shit in there I can do. But this would be a great example of what suggestions threads could be used for, is suggesting new legendaries. The legendary items are actually not that hard for me to design. I gave every admin has a legendary they get to design for themselves. Like, you know, you got triggers, whatever, and blah blah blah. Like, they all get to have their own legendary item as part of a perk of being an admin. And when I say they get to have it, I don't mean they get it. I mean, like, they get to, you know, name it, design it, pick the skins and stuff like that, and what it is, stuff like that, and then it gets added to the collection. The legendary item thing is actually very versatile too. Like, I haven't done this yet because right now they're only coming from one source, but they're going to be coming from multiple sources soon. It's not just going to be the Wraith. But I can design legendaries. I can even specify this legendary only drops from this type of source, you know, stuff like that. So I really plan on expanding this where, like, if you want to get the whole set, you really got to go around and complete all those different things to get the whole set type stuff. Of course, I can set the rarity on them. The better they are, the more rare I make them. So, you know, there is an M249 legendary, but it's a hell of a lot more rare than the hatchet, you know, that has wood cutting stuff on it. It's just the way it's going to be. So what I'm saying is, though, in suggestions, I want y'all's suggestions. Some of these legendaries, the admin team helped me design. Like, I didn't make all these up. And you guys can too. I'm totally cool with that. You guys can put in 50 fucking suggestions and I'll make 50 fucking legendaries if they're good. What you need to do, and this is how you would do it, and it needs to be well written and well laid out too, by the way. Don't, you know, I'm real big into formatting. So, you know, bullet points and shit like that. Don't just type me a big paragraph and no line breaks. What you need to do is you need to decide A, what the item is going to be, like what the short name is for the item. Are you doing a metal face mask? Are you doing, you know, a fucking hoodie? Are you doing a damn LR300? Whatever. You got to pick what the item is going to be. That's step one. Step two, you got to find a skin for it. The skin cannot be approved on the Steam. You know what I'm talking about, the whole big face punch that happened recently. So you got to have a skin that's not approved, and preferably a skin that looks really fucking awesome. And then next you need to pick 1, 2, or 3 enchantments that you want to be on the legendary. And they don't have to be 3. They don't have to be 1. They don't have to be 2. It can be any of the combination or whatever. You got to pick the 1, 2, or 3 of the enchantments that you want on the legendary. You can pick the strength of those enchantments that you want. Doesn't mean you're going to get your way. Because that's how you people are. You know, somebody will be, oh, I want this one uncanny dodge 100%. You know, stuff like no. There's going to be, I will be tweaking your suggestion. But you can do that too. And then in the future, you can even suggest who drops or how it drops or whatever. Right now, it's just going to be in the pool with all the other legendaries. But y'all start suggesting some legendaries, man. Let's do this. Let's get a bunch of these fucking things made, because then I can really start spreading them out there and putting them in other sources. Yeah, okay, I'll touch. There's more to that. I was sorry, I was reading my notes to make sure I had the other thing I wanted to discuss in the notes. You know what? I'll just continue on to what I wanted to discuss with that. So also with the legendary sets that we're working on, the real thing that's stopping me, there's plugin coding that's stopping me also, but I'm working on that. But the real thing that's stopping me from rushing through it, you know, and pounding through it to make it go live quickly is the fact that I haven't designed any legendary sets yet. Like right now I'm working on the code for it so that it all works. But once that's done, I got to design that shit. And here's how I want legendary sets to work. And you guys can start searching and start helping me design this stuff if you'd like. Hell, you design a really cool one. Maybe I'll throw your name on that shit. You know, maybe it'll be, you know, Shoresy's, you know, suit of armor or whatever the fuck. Maybe you get your name slapped on that shit. But what we got to do is we got to come up with a whole legendary set where it's like all matching skins, you know, blah, 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 and what kind of bonuses we want to have on there, stuff like that. We got to name it. We got to kind of keep the bonuses relative to each other. Like you don't want, you know, Shoresy's, you know, armor of fucking fire resistance. And then like, you know, each piece has different stuff. One piece has uncanny dodge. One piece has like healing. One piece has, you know, you want stuff that has to do with fire or whatever. It's a legendary set, and it's kind of, and then we got to come up with the set bonus. If you have all the pieces, what kind of set bonus do you get? Which, if you haven't figured this out yet, all these things are just based on the enchanting plugin. So that's your pool of abilities to pick from. So please don't put in a suggestion like, can you make a legendary item that makes my base have 100 power on every IO connection? Like, no, that's not a fucking thing. It has to be an enchantment that we already have, that already exists. So feel free to put in some suggestions for legendaries and for legendary sets, especially finding the skins and stuff. They can't be approved. And honestly, that's the most tedious part, is really finding a good set of shit that you want to piece together that all matches and stuff like that. So feel free to start putting those suggestions in for those things. We really want to get these legendaries done and get the legendary sets completed and put out there too. Then I can start making new sources to obtain these things, which I will be doing, quests and all kinds of stuff to obtain legendaries. Moving on. Oh, well, that's a showing you. So I may rearrange these notes here to do all the showing you Rust stuff together, so it's in game. See, that's in game. That's in game. That. Okay, so those two are in game. I'll wait for those. Anybody's been following in the town hall? We've been discussing, and it looks pretty unanimous. Unless somebody gives me a killer fucking reason during this meeting, it looks pretty unanimous that we're going to switch back to RP in place of Zeds. Now, with that said, for those who have not been reading the town hall, which is probably 90% of you, that doesn't change anything. Literally, it would be almost like the equivalent of me just renaming Zeds to RP. That's pretty much all that would be. It's still wipe with the map wipes and stuff like that. The short story of it is we originally went to Zeds because we wanted a physical currency, because, you know, your inventory gets deleted when the map wipes. So we wanted a physical currency instead of RP so that it would get deleted when the map wipes and blah, blah, blah. And over the years, I keep coding in more and more stuff. Every time we get a plugin, every plugin uses RP, by the way. So every time we got a plugin, I would have to recode the plugin to use the Zeds that we've been using and blah, blah, blah. And then, of course, every time a plugin updates, I would have to recode it to use Zeds and blah, blah, blah. And it was just annoying. Now that I have the ability to, you know, code things, it makes a hell of a lot more sense to go back to RP. It's much easier for me to just say, hey, cool, RP, you're going to wipe every map wipe now, versus me having to recode every fucking plugin every time we get a plugin or update a plugin. So it's really just about less work for me, is all that really translates to. Again, nothing will change as far as you know. Like, I literally could just change the icon of RP to look like Zed's, and you would not even know that. I could sneak this update in without you guys even knowing about it. That's how seamless it will be once it's done. Prices aren't changing, costs aren't changing, how you spend it isn't changing. Nothing's changing. Literally, just the name of the currency would be changing as far as you know. The only difference would be that there's not going to be a physical version of it. Like, you can't withdraw RP into your inventory like a physical item. I'm even thinking about making a physical like item that you can cash in for RP, if that makes sense. You know, like almost like a Zed. Anyway, so we are going to go back to that just for the simplicity of anytime there's a plugin, it's already integrated with RP, because every plugin out there already has RP integrated into it. So moving on. If you have any questions about that, just save it for the FAQ. I can see a bunch of chat scrolling by it. I don't have time to read it and respond to it. So just save it for the FAQ. The hardcore server that I've been discussing and getting everybody's penises erect. Well, except for the lady. Well, you never know. Maybe the ladies too. Who knows? It is
2025.
Yeah, baby. It is up. It is online right now in a testing manner. It is basically a test server at this point. Map testers and people that are flagged as assistants, people that log into our test server all the time to help us test things or whatever. You guys are more than welcome to fuck around on it. Just know that, I don't want to hear anything. Oh, what happened? You wiped this? Yeah, I'm wiping it. It's a testing platform. I'm trying to get this thing set up and configured. So it could randomly wipe and whatever. There's going to be shit wrong. Some of the guys that have been over there testing it for me have already sent me a laundry list of shit that I got to do and fix. So over the next month or so, we'll be tweaking this and working on it and getting it ready. I guess if you guys are interested in that, I'll read you what I've done so far, just so you can kind of know where it's going. Let me go over to my notes real quick. Wrong screen. And I'll be quick. There's not a lot of notes, but just to give you an idea of what I'm doing with this hardcore server. Here's an example of what we've done so far. Zombie hordes were reverted to their old style statistics, like their health, their speed, and their power. Old school zombie hordes, like from like 5 years ago, like the kind that will literally fuck you up so hard that you'll probably die next wipe. They'll kill you in the last wipe even. They're crazy. So the zombie hordes, yeah, they fuck. They're back to their old strength on the hardcore server. Workbench tech tree has been completely removed and reverted to the old style of Rust. Back in the old days of Rust, where you had to find stuff and research it, or you could go to the workbench and spend scrap to roll the dice on random research. That shit is back to the old school way of Rust. The way Rust should have always stayed, instead of this stupid tech tree bullshit where you can just unlock every item in the game. So the hardcore server, it's kind of like the old days where you log in on wipe day and everybody's like, oh my god, I found a fucking ladder hatch. Let me buy that off you so I can research it. That kind of stuff. Like, it's pretty cool. The personal vehicles plugin is completely uninstalled. All vehicle spawn rates, like wild vehicles, are set back to vanilla. As you guys know, on our other servers, some of the vehicles, like horses and stuff, are turned, like rowboats and rib and hot air balloons, whatever. Those are all turned down a lot because you can spawn your own fucking horse. So we don't need fucking 30 horses flying around the map. You can spawn your own rowboat at any rank, so we don't need rowboats all over every beach. So all those vehicles have been turned back to vanilla spawn rates on the hardcore server because there are no personal vehicle plugins. The trade plugin is gone on the hardcore server. All teleporting is gone on the hardcore server. All the Z categories in /S, except for special and horticulture, are gone. Like, you can't buy stuff for Zeds. No hoodies and leather gloves and flashlights and shit like that. Personal recyclers are gone on the hardcore server. Rank-based kits, VIP, vet, etc., are gone on the hardcore server. Starter kits do not exist on the hardcore server. That includes the fresh spawn, like when you first start off and you got like a rock and some mushrooms or some shit. Your backpack does drop on death on the hardcore server. Like, it does drop. People shouldn't be able to loot it, but it does drop. And M249 and L96 are both significantly reduced in rarity across the board. It is very, very, very hard to find an L96 or an M249 on the hardcore server. Enchanting has been completely removed. And then the last two are just about the boss stuff. So yeah, it's PV. It's literally that's it. So basically, I took, Legacy or 3X and made a copy of them, and what I just read to you is what I've changed so far. I'll be changing other stuff. I'm actually trying to get, right now Face Punch has a couple features in their hardcore mode that I want, but I can't use without setting the server to hardcore mode. And there's some features in their hardcore mode that I don't want. So I actually asked some of the devs the other day, like, hey, can we get Convar so we can use some of those features without having to use all of them? Because basically, like, I want to use their Fog of War feature where, like, you have a Fog of War on the map. That's really cool for hardcore. Exactly. And then, but the problem is, if you set hardcore mode, you have to use all the features of hardcore mode. And I don't like some of the features. Like, there's no global chat in hardcore mode. So there's no global chat at all. That sucks. I don't like that. I like the community feeling of Zombieland. That's what we're all about here at Zombieland, is our community. So it would be really stupid of me to turn off global chat. So there's a lot of features I don't like in their hardcore mode. If they give me a Convar to use some of them things, I'm gonna fucking use them though. Like again, the Fog of War and shit like that. I really like that. Anyway, that's it for the hardcore server for now. Like I said, I'll be working on it all month long. I'll be posting updates in the update log as I do things to it, just so you can, if you're interested in that kind of thing, that way you can follow up on it and see where it's at. If you're really interested and you want to help test some stuff on there, you're more than welcome to contact us later. Obviously not right now, we're busy. And we can flag you as an assistant. Just know that I actually need testing though. Like, there's nothing wrong with playing. Like, you can actually play, but I need testing. I need, as you're playing, like, yo, this is, are you sure you meant for me to be able to do this? Or like, hey, this felt really easy. Are you sure you meant for that? Or like, hey, this isn't working now. Can I, stuff like today the stats plugin wasn't working, so I had to fix that on there. Like, shit like that. I need to know what's working and what's not working. And what you think. Like, if you think that, oh, this is a little rough, maybe you add this back, or this is a little easy, maybe you take this away, type stuff. So that's the hardcore server stuff. All right, we got one more note before I go to the in-game thing. So if you guys want to start launching that stream here soon. The other note before the in-game stuff is we are doing a competition this Force Wipe, September Force Wipe. Where are we doing that at? 3X, Chappie?
Yeah.
All right. Well, should we make it for both servers? I mean, hell, Legacy has a harder time than you do, so it's not like they're gonna have a cheap way to win.
I mean, why not include everyone?
Okay. So for the month of September, whoever obtains the highest level, their player level, when Power Hour starts on the following Force Wipe. So from September all clear, all the way until I say Power Hour has gone live for the October Force Wipe, whoever obtains the highest level is going to win the contest. There will be other prizes, but the first prize that I did think of is I have right here in my possession it's actually really nice too. I like it. I'm actually going to have to get myself another one since I'm going to give this one away. And I've never used it, by the way. It's in my desk drawer. I was waiting until I moved to the next house before I used it. So it's unused. A signed Zombieland mouse pad. I'm going to sign it for you. My nice little autograph. Yay, big whoop, right? But you get an autographed mouse pad, and then we're going to have some gift cards and stuff like that for you too that you can use. And by the way, if you win, you don't have to take the mouse pad. If you're like, yo, I'm not giving you a fucking address to mail something to, then that's fine. I won't be insulted. No big deal. You'll still get the gift card and stuff like that too. But that's what we're giving out as prizes. All right, next stuff is in-game. If you guys will switch to the stream, I will not be able to see the Discord. Let me switch my stream to actual Rust. There's Rust. Good news is this is going quick, man. You guys will be able to see the map preview and get your prizes here real shortly. We're almost done already. Sorry, I'm trying to open up my other thing here. Okay. All right, so the first, these are quick. So the first thing is I've been working on a complete overhaul of the stats plugin. We took the stats plugin and literally went to every single stat in the plugin and recoded the logic to those stats from scratch, from the ground up, every single stat. I added new stats. I added probably about 10 new titles and some other random stats. Again, this is nothing major, but it's cool. Functionality wise, it should work a lot better now. Let me show you. I've been working on this so long, I don't even know what the hell's new. I think quests right here is new. Containers looted. I know that's a new one. Oh shit, I thought my Rust just crashed. Containers looted is a new one. That'll count everything, barrels and boxes. And yes, I do have a lot of new titles to go with some of this stuff. Wraith kills, I think that's a new one. I think I may have added that mid wipe though, so it may not be new, totally new for force wipe. I got all the gambling things working now that I recoded them from scratch. So gambling wheel, blackjack, and slot machines, that, as you can see down there on my stats, those all work. This is coming through my...
Yep.
Feel free to yell out to me too if you see something that's new that I'm not mentioning here. On the details, oh, another cool thing that we did. Now on the leaderboard, you can click someone's name to go to their stats. That's a fucking huge upgrade there. On the details, I try to think what's new and what's not new. I think Wraith kills was already, didn't I already add that mid wipe?
Yeah,
Wraith, yeah, Wraith deaths. I want to say, let me see here. Oh, I did fix, I remember fixing all the pies and all the teas. They weren't counting towards consumption. Some of the new ones. Oh, I added a bunch of new stuff to the fire. Now you got rockets, different types of rockets. You got satchels, C4, grenades, 40 millimeter stuff. All that stuff's been added now. All the teas work now, even with the new teas, as do the pies. I think we removed one thing that there was like a blackberry or something in there that you can't obtain anyway. Anyway, as you can see, a lot of new stuff in here. Oh, and down here on the looted, you got all the different crate types now that you've looted. You've got the different barrels, and I even added the custom lootables, you know, the little hidden things I put in custom monuments where you can randomly loot objects that you shouldn't be able to loot. That's now even
I love those things.
Yep.
Fuck yeah.
That's a stat now too. So anyway, like I said, nothing major, but you know, a complete rewrite. Behind the scenes, it is major, but to you guys, it won't look that major. But things should work a lot better now. Like for instance, I completely recoded the heli stuff. So now the vanilla heli versus the other helis and stuff like that should all work perfectly fine now. It's been completely recoded. So. All right, moving on to the next thing I got to show you. Again, nothing too major. Next thing I'm working on is a complete revamp of /S. And I mean a complete revamp. Obviously, eventually this will be RP, but we're not looking to go live with the RP thing until October force wipe. It's going to take me some time to convert our plugins back to default. But anyway, here's the revamp of the /S. Much cleaner layout now. You can scroll now, which is amazing. So now you don't have to go page by page. You can actually just... I'm trying to find a category with a lot of shit. Is there no category with a lot of shit? I guess not. Anyway, but you can scroll now. You can sort by popularity, cheapest, alphabetical, whatever. You can have it show only things that you can afford. You can see your balance up here. You can see how many items are available that you can buy. There's a lot of cool stuff. You can search. The search box now actually works. It works good. You go to the market. You can see how many things can be listed there. I need to rearrange the order of these. Either out of order a little bit. I'll work on that. But as you can see, it's nice and clean now, and now you can scroll instead of having a tab page after page, which is a huge fucking quality of life. You can hide empty listings, meaning don't show me shit that doesn't have anything listed for sale. lot better being able to scroll. If you guys don't know, by the way, that little star, if you click it, you can favorite things. And then right here in your favorites will be those things that you favorite. So anyway, that's that. Same old thing here where you transfer. You can click show offline players if you want to see them, or you can type a name up. Deposit and withdraw works like this now. You can type right here to withdraw something. Obviously, this won't matter once we go to RP, but right now it does. If I don't even think you need to withdraw Zeds anymore for anything. But if you want to deposit, you can click right here. The shortcuts still work: /depot, /bank, /sell, list, all that stuff. That all works still too. But as you can see, it's just all completely redesigned now. And there's even /s leaderboards right here. This little trophy at the top. If you click the little trophy, you can kind of see who's got the most scrap, who's got the most Zeds. Again, nothing major. It's kind of neat. So, nice little rework, revamp of the UI. I think that is the last note. Yeah, we're going to the Q&A already. Who's saying when the arm raising?
That would be Nola. If he's
probably asleep. Half the admins go to sleep when the meeting starts. Nola, you doing the raising there?
It is enabled. And we never know where people are supposed to click. So
I think
click the thing.
it's the top right. So it was a Q&A session. If you want to speak, just click the thing, request to speak. Nola will call on you one at a time. I'll be gnawing on some of this pineapple my wife just brought up to me. I haven't eaten all day. We'll do the best we can to answer, or if you got comments or questions or suggestions, whatever you want to do, just try to make it a little bit quick. Everybody wants to get their prizes and get back to playing or whatever. But, feel free to jump in and tell us what you got to say.
Speaking of that, we should get admins on all servers first.
Oh, yeah, admins. Let's start spreading out to the servers so I can do the map
both
preview.
servers?
Yeah.
All right. Up first, must be a new player, Kinjiro.
Never heard of
It's a new button.
Sounds fake.
What is this accept button? That's weird.
What's that, man?
Yeah, I just wanted to encourage people, as T said, to participate in the wraith kills and stuff. I don't mind putting together a bunch of shit for everybody to use to kill this guy, because I know I spend way more time on here than a lot of people do. But it's a fucking blast, and there's no reason. You'll get all your shit back if you decide to bring your own, and otherwise, if I'll just supply you with a kit after the end of it. It's not a big deal. I just want more people to do it. With 12-ish people, I think it took us about 20 to 30 minutes, so it's not a huge deal. It's the most fun I've had on Zombieland in the last 8-9 months or whatever, however long I've been here. I have no idea, but it's a blast, and you should definitely participate. And if you Bad Idea sends out an event in Discord, so go keep an eye out for those things and sign up for them when we put them up. That's it.
Well,
Not a question. Sorry.
appreciate it. Was that it?
Yeah, he said that was it.
All right. Up next is Shorzy.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me?
What's
What's
up?
up, Shorzy?
Hey, how's it going?
Thanks, Rosie.
So I was just wondering, I am not a huge raider, but I do love raiding. And I know with face punches, stuff that happened with the skins, you made everything pick upable. Is it possible to kind of do the opposite of not being able to pick up like pokies and stuff for Windows, so that raid bases can be kind of balanced a little bit? Because there are a lot of raid bases that have like reinforced windows and armored windows and stuff like that that are kind of made to be able to pick up after the TC is broken. I talked to Trigger about this last night, but yeah.
It would be easier.
Or ex-
Sorry, it'd be easier to just revamp whatever raid bases you're referring to than it would be to try to recode a plugin to allow picking up windows.
Okay, fair enough. That was
So if you
I just
report
figured
if
it
you
was-
report a base that relies on the mechanic of picking up a window, then we'll look at it and review it.
Okay, fair enough.
But we had to actually Nivix made the change to the raid base plugin because of the whole face punch policy thing.
Yeah, I totally understand that. It's just that, yeah, you know, it's few and far between, but a couple of raid bases do have kind of the mechanic of raiding the TC and then picking up windows to get the loot or whatever it is. So it makes those bases a lot more boom to raid. That's all.
Just report the base and we'll review it.
Fair enough.
You just got to report it while it's
There's
up.
super face punch.
That's
Guaranteed-
it. Thank you.
Guarantee they didn't make the raids as hard as they made the server owners had to go through to revamp everything from head to toe with fucking.
Oh yeah. I'm
God.
blaming face punch. not
No,
anything
absolutely.
else.
I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah.
It's been a nightmare.
Yeah, for the record, like T said though, make sure you report it while the base is active. That way we can get in, get on it, and get the base ID so we can look at it.
Okay, that makes sense.
Thanks, Rosie.
Thanks, sure. Speaking of new players, what's up, Cryo?
What's up, guys?
He ain't no new.
So I did have a question though. On the event that you guys are doing, are you guys counting in bot levels as well? Because people can just
Oh.
buy levels.
One, you can't buy levels. You can get some experience. Yeah, I don't. Does anybody even do that? I don't think I've ever seen people buy XP.
Chappy.
I mean,
No, even when I bought stuff, I never bought XP. Always bought.
yeah. So I don't think. I mean, I get people love getting skill points, and let's face it, the skill points are how we afford, $1,800 a month
Oh, yeah.
server boxes. But but XP, I don't think I've ever seen anybody buy XP. And honestly, I'm gonna let it slide because if you're that desperate to get a mouse pad, you could just buy the mouse pad for cheaper. Like, you know what I'm saying?
True.
Like, it just doesn't. Yeah,
I just saw it as a.
yeah. No, it's a great thought, but yeah, I'm just thinking like now that I think, because you got to think too is like at that level, like you would have to buy a lot of XP to even make a scratch in that. And like, what's the point? You just go buy the mouse pad for like $12 or some shit. Like, there's no point. So, well, if you want a signature that bad, buy the mouse pad, send it to my house, and I'll sign that bitch and send it back to you. I don't give a fuck. But yeah. I mean, yeah. Okay, you know what though? I mean, ultimately though, yeah. If it's like grossly like where the first place person just double the level of the second place person, and then I go look in the store and that's why, then yeah,
Well, that's gonna be me anyways. Like,
yeah. But if I said it and then I go look in the store and that is why, then I'll figure out what to do at that point. I mean, maybe get the prize to both people. I guess. Fuck it, right?
And if it's Chappy, we'll just ban him.
Wait, you want me to sign my actual feet or the pick?
Pick of your feet.
I want a picture of you signing your own feet.
Right? That's funny.
With Bailey in the background.
All right, what's next? You gotta be nervous and talk. You gotta be nervous and talk. We don't bite. We just kind of nibble a little bit.
Unless you want us to.
I mean, Who's that?
Hey, how we doing? Good.
What's up, dude?
Hey, I really don't have a question. I just wanted to make a comment, kind of like in a general statement to everybody. Yes, the server runs very smoothly because of y'all's hard work, but don't overbuild. Don't throw unneeded crap out. y'all do a great job with the server. I've seen some crazy stuff on the server, and I know y'all are always at work. So just keep in mind for the players, just make sure that we're not adding to your workload for no reason.
They're always adding to my workload, but it's not for no reason.
The admin though.
But
No.
I know it's probably right there in front of my face, but how exactly do Wraith events work? Because during the whole month, I never really saw people trying to engage in them.
Man, what's the, oh, you're on Legacy, aren't you?
Yes.
Man, 3X, we had to turn the damn plugin off because they found a glitch and they wouldn't stop fucking attacking him every damn night. They raid his ass every day, dude. Yeah, were you not at the last meeting? Because we literally invited a bunch of player volunteers and we did a huge stream of the Wraith fight last server meeting.
Yeah, I was part of it, but it was one of those things where I'm not sure, like, does it just a random pop up, or is it something like a certain time frame that it pops up every so often, or
He has a very long respawn time. I mean, like, we're talking, like most of our bosses do. But he has a very
Legacy doesn't have it right now.
Oh, he's not on Legacy at all?
No.
They're still on the first map.
He doesn't have a Legacy Island.
Oh, he doesn't have the Wraith Island. Yeah, okay.
No.
Well, when I go to the just hold that thought. When I go to the map preview, I'll show everybody. How about that?
Okay. Because I was about to say, I was trying to get people involved in convoys with airships and all
Yeah.
that, but I really didn't see a situation where I could try to throw a race out there because I couldn't even figure out how they were working.
No, yeah, he
Wait a force wipe. You'll have a force wipe.
Yeah, you definitely will. He fucks, so be careful. We even label him on the map now because apparently a bunch of fucking signs on the beachhead wasn't enough, and some noob noob rage quit our server over that shit.
Listen, I'm like actually the very small minority that misses the old OGs roaming zombie hordes. Like the lightsaber ones is the one I want. The ones that just straight up KO you.
They're on the hardcore server right now.
So I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. Yep, I'll show off the Wraith thing during the map preview, which is right after the Q&A. So.
All right, I appreciate it. That's
Yep.
all I had to say.
No problem.
All right.
Yeah, I had to go looking to make sure, but yeah, Legacy doesn't have it.
Damn. So they've gone this whole month without Wraith?
Well, it's because we didn't give them the map yet. They were on the original map.
Yeah.
Month.
That's crazy.
All right. Up next, we have Big Iggy.
Yo, what's up, guys?
What up?
No.
Dude, love the beard.
Dude, I was about to say, is that you? The beard game fucking strong, bro. I love it.
Yeah. Well,
Damn.
it is and isn't. It depends on the wife's mood.
Oh, Lord.
Sometimes I get to save it. Sometimes I get to keep it. It all depends on how she feels about it.
That shit boss as fuck, man.
So this is more of just I'm kind of new to all this. I've been on for about a month. This whole month, me and my team's been on. And this is just a question I was curious about because I'm kind of like the base bitch. I stay at the base. I do all the crafting, all the farming, all the pies, all the ores, all that stuff. Is there any way to incorporate missions where you can get experience for like crafting ores, not ores, but teas, crafting pies, harvesting grown plants, anything like that? Is there any way to incorporate anything like that? Because what happens is, since I'm at the base a lot, yeah, I do get experience from crafting, but not nearly as much as experience as the rest of the team that's out actually doing the raids and actually doing a lot of that, because I'm pretty much getting everything ready for them to go out and do the raids. So is there any way to incorporate something like that by chance?
You mean like quests?
Yeah.
I feel you I feel you because I'm always base bitch too if I ever get to play.
We felt the same way.
Yeah, I actually like being base bitch though. I like doing all the wiring and all that shit like that. Anyway, the specific, some of the specific things you named, like the farming type ones, they are specifically not quests for those on purpose.
Okay.
I can definitely make more like crafting quests and stuff like that, and maybe trying to figure out what else you got, because the quest can only work with oxide hooks that are out there. Like there's no oxide hook of like, you're like, hey, when someone wires something neatly, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no way to track that. Or like for yeah. So I can only work with what Oxide can do, but so I'll give you two.
Or something like oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I
No,
meant to
you're
interrupt
good. What you got? What you got?
I was thinking more of like, craft, 1,000 pure teas, turn it in. You know what I mean? Something, so, like something along those kind of lines. Not so much of like, or harvest, um, you know, 15,000 potatoes and turn in like things like that. Not
Yeah.
so much of,
As long as
things
it,
like kind of like
I will tell you. So the two answers I'm going to give you is number one. I'm actually going to brainstorm and try to think of some cool ones I can do like that because that's a good idea. As far as like giving something for the people that are always around the bases. Number two answer is feel free to put, if you think of any, put them in the suggestions channel. That's a good place for suggestions. I'm going to warn you right now though, if any of them require any type of planter, it's going to get denied.
Gotcha.
Anything else is cool. I don't care if you make it, if you want me to make it, if you're like, yo, T, I made 75 quests for you to create. I'm like, fuck. If as long as none of them require a planter to be done, then I will fucking make it all 75 of them bitches for you. Well, I don't think I could actually put 75 more quests, but
So making teas would be one that would require a planter?
Yep.
Or no?
Do you know why why teas are sold in the /s store? To destroy the tea market so people will stop growing teas.
Gotcha. Okay.
We have a strong hatred towards planters.
Gotcha.
And if you ever
some of the admin team has a strong hatred.
grab me not during a server meeting and be like, yo man, you told me you could share some pictures with me, right? And I've got an entire channel called the Hall of Shame, and I can show you some pictures of why we hate planters so much.
Gotcha.
Well, we
Cool
need
deal. Yeah,
175 planters.
yeah, we need 1,000 of them. And to touch base on that other guy, I did see. Now, if I see a base that is like, I've seen a couple bases that were like astronomical. I mean, like huge bases. If I see something like that, should I say something to you guys and let you guys know, like, hey, this place, this thing? Because I assume you guys have already seen them.
Yeah,
if they're big like that.
we see a lot of them, and people report them all the time, and we look at them. We are trying, and it's funny. We've been doing this for probably like 3 months now, and we had a strict policy of not discussing it publicly, and I'm going to break the policy. We are trying to take a major, like to the point where I'm probably going to delete those pages from our website. Trying to take a major step back on policing people's builds and deployables. We've upgraded our boxes, our Deddies. Our Deddies are like more than my mortgage right now per month. They're huge. But they're nasty. I mean, like the metrics we're seeing right now, we're seeing metrics at the end of a force wipe that we wouldn't even see on the first day of a force wipe. Meaning, as the wipe progresses, your server's getting hammered more and more and more because more shit's happening. Yeah. We're seeing metrics at the end of a force wipe that like we wouldn't even see that good on the first day of a force wipe. That's how good these new boxes are doing. So we're trying to relax on that because we never wanted to hamper people's playstyle or whatever. But at the same time, we couldn't let them hammer the servers to where people are starting to lag. Now that that's not a case, we're really trying to take a major step back. We don't want to tell players this because then they're like, oh, we can do whatever the fuck we want now. No, you still gotta. Yeah, like don't be a. It's kind of like when you tell your kids like, hey, I'm not gonna be home until exactly 9:30. Period. Okay, cool. I can throw a fucking party in it. Like we don't want to tell everybody. But ultimately, if the base starts lagging you, like you're going near a base and it's just crashing your shit out, then report it. And honestly, what we do, we usually just hop in a minicopter or something and fly by it as a player ourselves. And if it lags us out, we have a talk with the person. If it doesn't lag us out, we're like, well, we looked at it and we'll let it slide. It's kind of how we're doing it right now. We really want to stay off of people's backs. We don't want to fucking tell people how to play the game.
Yeah,
except for farming.
I appreciate that. Yeah, except for farming.
Well, two things with that. Do you know that your planters only need one light and no water?
Yes, we figured that out when we were putting the planters up. We realized that no water is needed and only one light. So it definitely makes it a lot easier for farming. What I do, because like I said, I do a lot of ores and stuff for my team, just because they're useful, and it helps them complete quests and stuff. So when they got to go out and get 100,000 wood and and I give them a bear pie and a pure wood ore, a pure wood tea, they can kill them missions no problem. So it came in very handy.
Yeah, I'm
not
the
having
same
to
as
worry
you.
about the
I'm
water.
I'm kind of the base bitch. I set up the wiring. I do the farming that T hates so much.
All right, y'all going to date.
But-
Y'all going to date later. Um,
Yeah.
But
No,
as for that
Right.
as for the base builds, I just as an example, we had a ticket earlier this week, and I went over there to check it out because we always like to investigate. And my frames went from 120 frames to 9, so
Whoa.
that's something we dealt with.
Yeah, I gotcha. But no, my main thing was just to see if there's something we could put in for people that are, base bitches like me to help them gain some levels. Obviously nothing astronomical that's going to boost us like crazy, but just some more kind of crafting quests and stuff that can help us out if we're
Yeah, when you're brainstorming this and you go to put in some suggestions, I mean, I'm being serious too, man. If you put a damn spreadsheet together if you have to with a bunch of ideas, but I'm gonna tell you the two things that will hammer things that will make me say no is deploy. Actually, it's not two things; it's really one, but it gets divided into two. Would be deployables. So if your quest idea is like, hey, build 1,000 pieces of a base, foundations, walls, whatever. I'm not making a quest like that. Or hey, deploy, because I can do that. I can do quests like that. I can do deployable quests too. Like, hey, deploy 5, high stone walls and blah blah. I'm not doing that kind of stuff. Anything with the deployables, I'm not doing because it's just going to encourage people to spam that shit everywhere. And now you see why that includes farming because people go crazy.
I completely understand.
But yeah, come up with some ideas, man. I'm down. I'm down, 100% down.
Absolutely. I appreciate the time, guys.
Yeah, man. Good talk. See you later.
Yep. Later.
And by the way, everybody, just because I sound like a total fucking farm Nazi during that whole conversation, I'm the one who made your plants not take water and take only one light. So I'm not totally Nazi against farming. Not totally Nazi, just 99% Nazi on farming. 99.9% Nazi on farming. But yes, for those who I saw in chat going, wait, what the fuck? So have you ever seen those giant signs in town that say your plants don't need water on our servers? They physically do not need water on our servers, period. You can go plant your plants in a desert, in a planter. As long as they're in a planter, they have 100% water at all times. They do not need water on our servers. And you only need one ceiling light for your entire fucking farm. One ceiling light will cover 5 by 5 by 5. So it will cover 5 wide, 5 depth, and 5 height. And if you make a farm that big, you're going to need a band anyway. So you have no reason to need all that. But yeah, one ceiling light covers your entire farm and no water needed at all.
And up next, look who it is. Our
knew-
favorite queen.
I knew it was going to be Death Queen.
Hello.
What's up, Death Queen?
I just want to say hi.
Can barely hear you.
Oh, I just want to say hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Oh, there she goes.
Wow.
All right. Bye. See you later, Death Queen.
Wow.
How you doing, Death?
I'm doing good. I'm in high school now.
Oh, shit.
What?
Got them,
Yeah, not 9th grade.
got them big girl britches on.
I'm in a big school too.
You doing good?
There's no grade. I done all my assignments. So
Oh, all right.
yeah,
Don't be fucking around.
I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not. Jesus.
Come play Rust every now and then.
Maybe.
All right.
Okay, bye
We
bye.
want that report card.
All right. Bye, Death.
Bye.
All right. Up next, we have Nomad.
I actually made a list real quick, and it'll be very short. One thing I kept hearing was I wish that whenever I was trying to do the nightmare waves, I had quite a few people that were helping us out.
I know where this is going.
And their health was not ever known whenever the nightmares would fly off if we never finished them. Is there any chance that we could change that?
Oh, maybe I don't know
Or
where this
have
is
you-
going. I
I
can.
mean, we like the challenge. We just want to know how far we made it, so to say.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I guess I could look in the code for the part where it says like the heli is surrender or is going away and try to somehow make it.
I mean, even if it said like a 5% gap, a 10% gap, just something like, hey, you got it 50% of the way, or something. Just to give an idea of like, oh crap, we need more people, or either, hey, we almost made it, kind of thing.
Yeah, just throw in suggestions. I'm not saying I can do it, but it'll at least remind me to go look at the code and see what I can do.
The other thing is I get it. There's a whole skill tree for it, so I'm for or against whatever you say. I mean, I'm not gonna argue with it. But I noticed the cost of enchants was really high when it came down to when you bought it through the store. Like the jump was massive.
Yep.
So even someone that was the top level on their server, I only got to buy it 3 times the whole wipe, which isn't horrible. But at the same time, it's like, are we trying to limit it to people investing in the skill tree? Is
I
that
never
what
want. I never wanted enchanting in there in the first place.
Okay.
In the store at all. Matter of fact, I feel like I need to make this a sticky post in general because I've had to say this so many times. Enchanting, when I was convinced to add the enchanting plugin to our servers, and this is why I want to get rid of it so badly, I would the agreement was this. I'll put the enchanting plugin in and configure it all and tweak it all and test it all if they are so rare that maybe 1 or 2 players in an entire force wipe would have multiple pieces of enchanted gear. That's how rare. That's how rare it was supposed to be in the first place. And then some ex admins that are luckily not admins anymore, just cried and whined and moaned and bitched that you need blah, blah, blah. And so then I made it a little easier. Then we made them available to get random ones in the shop. Then we added them to quest rewards, and we added them to. They just kept getting added and added and added and added. Now everybody runs around with fully enchanted kits and mows down zombies and everything else like there's no tomorrow. And it just destroys the balance of the game. It totally destroys the balance of the game because I have to make all the content harder. But then when new players join that don't have all that stuff yet, they get discouraged and quit because they get steamrolled so quickly. Whereas everybody else is like, no, this is easy as shit. Well, of course it is. You got, fucking 19 enchantments on your stuff. So the enchanting has literally destroyed our servers. And I hate it so much.
No, that's fine. I naturally I got 3 of them out of the whole month, which wasn't impressive on my thoughts of it. But at the same time, if you're wanting that as a goal, that's perfectly reasonable.
Yep.
The other thing was, it's just an idea, but have we thought about because you're involving titles? Have you thought about something in the longs of like people that have like keep the really good base management for not being overcrowded, a title to reflect that, to kind of influence it, but not like say it's a must?
How would I do
What
that
do you
though?
mean, base management?
We'd have to judge it and stuff, and that would just be way too much.
That'd be manual. That'd be labor for like. There's no.
Well, it would just be like for like the monthly servers, be like if you literally jump in there like 5 days before it's over, and like how does it look?
Yeah, but we'd still have to go
We'd have
around
to
and
do it at every single player's
Yeah.
base and look and compare and.
And then there's like there's not an admin command to like make a title. Like the way titles are done, if they're not hard coded into a plugin, the way titles are made, like for instance, when you get like the staff title, we'll just use the staff title. Our staff members, they have a title in front of their name that says staff. To make that, I have to go into Oxide. I have to unload all of our chat plugin. I have to edit the data file. I have to add the new title. I have to add all the different color codes for their name, for their text. I have to add their prefix. I have to add all that stuff to the chat plugin. Then I have to save that. I have to upload it to the server. I have to reload the chat plugin. Then I have to go into the Oxide groups. I have to make a group for that title. Then I have to go back into the Oxide chat plugin and assign that new title to that group permission system. Then I have to go give that player that permission and add them to the group, and that's how they get a title. So I would have to do that. I would have to go searching every base and then do that entire reconfigure that you just heard for that person. And I'd have to do it.
Yes.
I have to do it every month.
I didn't know if it would be like the vet gold status, so like you can apply it to someone, but you can also remove it real easy.
Nope.
So I wasn't sure.
No, it'd be a pain in the booty.
And also towards the comment about staying in base a lot. Yes, I get it was on purpose because obviously people would overcrowd it with ridiculous stuff, but the XP drops as soon as you up your speed in crafting. I get that was an on purpose thing because it's been around for forever. But at the same time, maybe the thoughts of increasing that to keeping it normal, because you're still gonna have to farm the resources either way.
That's not a setting that I set. The XP for craft. First of all, the XP for crafting was actually disabled on our servers for the first year that we had Skill Tree. We did not want to give people that because you'll never guess what they did the first day we installed skills and went live with skills.
Oh, rocks all day.
Rocks and wooden spears all over the fucking floor. Actually, TCs, because TCs are real cheap and had a long craft time. So TC is just falling all over the floor everywhere, and to the point where it's actually affecting server performance. We actually have a hidden plugin, a utility plugin, that monitors for dropped items on the ground, and once it hits a certain amount where it's going critical and it risks actually crashing the server, it fires off a command that deletes every dropped item in the world. And we kept seeing that happening over and over. What the fuck? Who keeps dropping all these fucking items? And sure enough, it was people standing in their base just crafting like crazy to try to get XP. So originally we weren't even going to have XP for crafting because of that. And then so what our solution to that was to make XP for crafting only for specific items, like, you know, expensive shit, gunpowder or stuff like that. The problem is the way the skill plugin works is your XP is determined by the craft time. That's hard coded into the plugin. It's not something I like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as you reduce your time, you're reducing your XP.
Okay. I was about to say, I'm not saying change the items, but it was more so if that makes 100% more reasonable for the craft time. Okay.
Yeah. I would have to recode the plugin for that, and which is not feasible.
Well, I was just trying to throw ideas out there that doesn't actually add anything to the game. So
Yeah.
that's why I was just curious.
Well, it's easier to do in voice than putting in suggestions and then have me reply, and then you're like, damn it, you didn't take any of them.
All right, that's all I got.
Welcome to my world.
Alright.
T, can you do this? No. T,
Shut up, Trigger!
no.
Back in your box.
Go plant your stupid farm berries.
All right, see ya.
Yes, low key is actually it's not like that anymore. Well, okay, what I'm about to describe to you I don't think is still a thing, but for many years, like probably 8 years of Rust, you could crash any server just by going and spamming shit on the ground, pumpkins or whatever. Throwing stuff on the ground is extremely bad for server performance because Unity uses PhysX for item collision. So when you throw stuff on the ground and they're rolling around on the ground and bouncing around on the ground, that's taking processing on the server side. And then when the two items bump into each other and combine, you hear that little foop sound that they make. That's the PhysX thing combining. It's a lot of processing. So you can actually crash a server by throwing too much shit on the ground.
All right.
That's a good ass idea, Meow. You should put that in suggestions.
We have one player left. If anyone else has some questions, go ahead and raise your hand right now.
Before anybody does,
Take
I'm going to answer this thing I just saw in chat talking about car parts and stuff from junk piles. So we have a plugin called Loot Bouncer, and if you partially loot a container, it will, after, I think I have it set to 30 seconds, maybe 60, I don't know. It'll dump all the contents of the container, like delete them, so that the shit respawns and refreshes. And it just happens to have the functionality of a junk pile. If you only loot a certain thing in a junk pile, sorry, I felt like I was about to cough there. If you only loot a certain thing at the junk pile, like say you get to a junk pile and you're like, I just want the brown crate, I don't give a fuck about the other stuff. It actually does the same thing. If it notices a junk pile has been partially looted, it will despawn the junk pile and spawn a new one soon. So you don't have to dump all your shit on the ground. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just saw that go by in chat there.
Yeah, I did.
Shut up, Trigger!
We have Bearded Viking up next.
Go grow your berries.
And we lost Bearded Viking.
Oh, we lost Bearded Viking.
No. Oh, there you go. Oh,
We found Bearded Viking.
we found.
Oh, he's on his mobile, I think.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the accept at the top of my screen. Sorry about that.
Hey, there we go. What's that?
Is it possible to replace an ammo type in a gun through the plugins?
What do you mean? Like you could just do it with the reload button?
So no. So like for example, like a gun that shoots 5.56, can we make it possible like shoot shotgun shells or like pistol bullets?
Not that I'm aware of. I guess I can look into it, but I highly doubt it is. Because the stuff I have fucked with projectiles and stuff like that is real picky. Like when I was coding the boss, the Wraith, and trying to do all his stuff, like with my Scorpion ability where he drags you and says, "Get over here," I was trying to actually have him shoot a what underwater? What are those things? Spear gun.
I had an idea for a legendary weapon that would shoot rockets instead of 5.56.
Calm down, Britt. No, yeah. So that's what I was getting at. I tried to have him shoot an alternate thing out of his gun, instead of the bullets, and it physically cannot happen. So I'm assuming no, but I can look into it for you. But I don't think it's possible.
And can somebody sit down eventually with me and explain how this mod works? Because all I do is just shoot zombies and cut trees down.
What mod?
The mod to how it works. Like, what's the?
You mean our servers?
Yeah.
Well, there's 112 mods.
What's the main mod in general, like the helis and the base rating and whatnot?
All right, we got to pair him up with like a Kenji or somebody like that. What server do you play on? What server do you play on, Viking?
I'm on the 3x.
Kenji.
I'm a legacy, but
Kenji, I got a customer for you.
I can't get my ass kicked by zombies, and I was like, fuck.
No, we got you, bro. We got you. I'm gonna pair you up with my man Kenji here. This is our server ambassador, man. He fucking knows it all. Good dude too, man. Good.
Craft them like 30,000 gunpowder.
You see that guy in chat right now?
Kenji says hit him up in game.
Yeah, you see the one scrolling by in chat right now. You guys do know there's a chat here, right? Everybody in the audience there. If you click that little chat bubble at the top, right there where it says server meeting on the voice channel, there's a little chat bubble. If you click that little chat bubble, there's a whole chat thing here. Kenji's talking to you in the chat there. He said hit him up in game. He got you. Several people.
That's all I wanted to know, if it was possible to do something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. For the gun thing, I hate to shoot you down like that for your first time ever being at a meeting here, but I highly doubt that's possible. I highly doubt it. I will look into it for you. Nah, it's all good. I mean, I'm married, dude. I'm used to all my ideas getting shot down. But I will look into it for you, but I highly doubt it's possible.
It's all right. Everything shit happens. You can't control everything in life.
Amen, brother. Yeah, hit up Kenji, man. I'm telling you, you will be a fucking pro in love and life. Hit up Kenji. He's a good dude.
All right, I'll catch you guys later.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Look at him fighting Wraith next.
Yeah, right. He's gonna be fucking soloing that bitch by the end of the week.
If Genjiro tells you to run to an island and take a look around, don't trust him.
Speaking of which, I'm about to show that off here in the map preview. Are we done with the Q&A?
We had one more pop up. It's going to be the last one.
Yes, I know, Navy. I'm trying, man.
Hey, mine or miney or mine or
Mine. That's all I think of when I see it.
Yeah, buddy.
Mine.
I think my mic's working on here.
Hey, there
Yeah,
we
you're
go.
good.
Gotcha.
Just two questions about helis. In terms of like the hardcore. Do you plan on doing any changes or anything you're thinking about for that, or completely removing heli tower?
Oh, no, map wise, I'm not. You guys know me when it comes to maps and doing all these weird servers. Like, I keep them on the same maps because I ain't got time to be editing two maps. I don't know if you guys know, we go through a huge like testing process and quality control process every time we do a map. Even if it's a rerun, we still retest it and we do a lot of work.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not doing two maps.
And the other thing is heli like takedown time, is that something that can be like tracked for quests or something like that?
Honestly, it can't be in the actual plugin. No, it can't be, but I have a really, really good idea of how I could. Not too difficult either. Like, because like, I already got the time, right? Because I'm already putting it to chat when you kill it. And I could just make a hook call out where it calls out the time. A hook call out is basically when a plugin like shouts something, and other plugins can listen for it if they want to. So I could do a hook call out where it calls out the time and who killed it, and then I can make the quest plugin listen for that. So put that in suggestions. I'm not. It ain't gonna be in the next 2 weeks, but put it in suggestions. I might actually bookmark that and think about that.
Isn't the time that it takes to kill a heli already posted in chat when you kill it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I could just tie into that and have it broadcasted to the other plugins.
Mm-hmm. And would like a leaderboard be difficult or able to be done in terms of like takedown for like, a nightmare or like an expert?
Well, I wouldn't do a separate leaderboard if you mean the time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do a separate leaderboard, but I could, the same way I just said I could probably integrate it into Quest, I could probably integrate that into our stats.
All right, cool. I was just curious. That's
Yeah,
all for me.
just put both of them in a big suggestion. Again, don't get insulted if it's like weeks before I even respond because I got a shit ton I got to do right now. But
Oh yeah.
that's not
Sure,
that's
sure.
not a bad idea. All right. Do we have any more, Nola?
Nope.
Okay. So while you guys are getting your prizes, I'm gonna get ready and start streaming the map preview here. If anybody wants to see the map, those who were asking questions about the Wraith earlier, I'll fly over that way too. Players, well, actually admins, where are you guys gonna meet them at?
I'm on the
Already
basketball
done
court.
most of the
Town.
prizes.
All right. So basketball court at town. You guys get prizes for attending the meeting, man. Come on now. Oh, bearded Viking. If those helis are easy or mediums, medium heli signals are equivalent of a vanilla Rust heli, and the easy one is half of a vanilla heli, so they're not too hard. All right, players, if you go to town to the basketball courts on your respective server, the admins will be there waiting for you. Form a single file line. Try not to cut or disrupt, and they will give you either Zeds or rockets. You just let them know which one you want. Everybody that wants to see the map preview, I'm switching the stream over to Rust now so I can show you the map. This is a new map that will be going live on ForceWhite. And if you're interested in seeing it or you want to see what this Wraith thing is about, I'm about to stream all that for you. I'll hold off on the good juicy stuff.
I gotta wait.
Huh?
I'm gonna mute it so I can hear.
Yep, you're good. All right, switching back to Rust. God, my cough's coming back. Ugh. My wife's gonna kick me to the couch tonight. I know it. I guess I need to make it daylight so you guys can see the actual map. We had a streamer on monthly this way. Who? Let us know. We can promote him. He's a good streamer. I don't mind giving him some link backs and stuff. Was it that one guy that I kept commenting in Rust, like in the general chat that I liked? People kept posting like clips every now and then. Huh. Yeah, that must have been the guy because I think I remember Rebel helping him. Oh no, this was the dude I was talking about. Well, give me a link to her stream. Maybe we can. We've been actually looking for. If anybody knows any streamers with a shit ton of followings, we actually have a marketing budget of money that we save aside, and we've been looking for like a streamer with a shit ton of followers, or even a content creator that we can pay to play some wipes on our servers and kind of showcase them and stuff like that. So if you guys ever know anybody, we're talking like a lot of followers though, like in the thousands. So if you guys ever know anybody, send them our way. We got a budget for that. Yeah, I don't want Brit back on here again. See his ass show back up here, I'll ban him.
Actually, too, we had a little admin get together last weekend. We're gonna need to work on that budget again.
What?
There was hookers and beer.
Oh shit! You guys spent the whole budget on hookers and beer.
Whoa, what'd that come back to?
Did Brit do us wrong? Yeah, Brit.
Hookers here.
If y'all don't know the whole story behind Brit, he went around to different PvE servers, streaming and stuff like that, getting everybody excited, of course, because oh look, he's streaming from our server. Did it to us too. Went around and all he was doing was collecting ideas and collecting a following because, of course, if a famous streamer comes to the server, all the players are going to follow him and stuff like that too. And collecting a following, also he could just make his own PvE servers and copy everybody's ideas that he liked and steal their players. And that's what he did. And now he's making a shit ton of money because it's a pay-to-win server, of course, and everybody's going to play there because, oh, he's famous. I want to play on his server because he's famous. And he basically ripped everybody off and is using it as a big money scheme. So fuck him. Fuck everything about Brit. Anyway, this is the next map coming up. Well, I mean, it's named after him. You'll know to stay away. It's really easy to stay away from his servers. Just stay on Zombieland. They're the best servers anyway. Yeah, and you will not get any support on his servers, period. Or those Hex servers or all the other PvE servers. All the PvE servers out there, just the market is oversaturated right now with them, and they suck. You will not get round-the-clock support like we give.
Speaking of
we do.
which, we still need to poke at the command in that ticket.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I don't think there's anything I can... Did you read my last thing I said on that? Y'all, well, I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
this is going to sound like boasting. It's like, oh, T's so cocky, blah, blah, blah. But I'm telling you right now, you will not find any other Rust server that gives the support that we give. Like, you can put a ticket in at 1 o'clock at night and have a plugin fucking fixed within 17 minutes. Like, the support is insane that you'll get. And on top of that, we've spent 7 years now being notorious for banning people left and right that are assholes. So we've kind of become famous now for our community. Like, everybody's nice here. We don't tolerate, people disrespecting women and harassing women. We don't tolerate toxicity. We allow banter and stuff because it's still gaming, but we've become pretty famous for our community too. I mean, a lot of our players don't even really play that much half the time. They just fucking use our servers like a big chat room. So you're not going to find any other server like that, period. There's so many people that have joined our server, got killed by a zombie horde or a custom monument NPC, and like, oh, fuck this server, it's too hard, they log out. Never realizing that, like, you literally just left behind, like, the most amazing experience you're going to have in Rust, period.
Last call in Legacy.
Best community.
Amen, Viking.
Best community ever.
Love to hear it, Viking. And the funny thing is, we've toned down on our support a lot because, I mean, like, we've been low staffed lately. We're all just so burnt. I mean, some of us been doing this for half a decade or more. Like, we're just tired, so we've kind of toned it down a little bit, but we still give all the support we can get. I mean, Trigger, you called me on my cell phone in my vehicle driving down the road with my family the other day about a problem, and we had that shit handled in 90 seconds.
Fuck yeah.
We take care of our people here, man. And actually, it's funny, my son, I started these servers for my son when he was 11. He was home from college this weekend, and he asked me this morning when he was leaving, I was working on the map. He asked me, he's like, how long are you going to keep doing this for? I was like, till the last player fucking logs off, man. I've been saying that forever. I'll keep doing it. Or until I die, whatever comes first. Oh, you from Australia? That's awesome.
But you're screwed because I'm never going to get off, so.
That's not what your wife said.
Wait, how would she know? Dude, I've been married for 30 years. What's that?
Yeah. You have a Scottish team. I love Scots. They're so cool. When I went to the UK, the Scots and the Irish were my favorite by far.
I don't trust them myself.
Ha. Are they off with your Lucky Charms? Wait, that's Irish. Oh, I need to show the Wraith thing here. Let me fly up that way. Scotland was beautiful when I went there, man. Scotland and Ireland were just like the postcards. England, sorry if you're in the channel, Rocket Rebel. England was very disappointing. Scotland and Ireland were just like, I remember looking out the train window thinking to myself, like, wow, this looks just like the fucking postcards. Like, rolling hills with sheep on them and shit. I was like, this is so cool. Now, England, like some of the touristy shit in England was really cool. Stonehenge, Loch Ness, castles, and that kind of shit was really cool. Like just the general area, like, the city and like the people in England. Yeah, no thanks. Again, sorry, Rocket, love you, but yeah, no thanks. You can buy a mini in town. The heli vendor is out there next to the basketball courts. Oh yeah, Loch Ness was up in Scotland. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a long ass ride up to that place. Yeah, and part of in response to Nomad, just like Morty just said, that when we designed the prizes and the rewards for the waves of helis and stuff, part of the calculations into the reward was these motherfuckers are going to have to figure out a way to get that loot quick before it unlocks or despawns while they still have more helis come in. It's literally designed into the reward that we take that into account, that you're going to have to risk your life to get down there and start looting that shit while more helis are coming. You got to have a team, you know, that they're made for a team. They're made for strategy and tactics. Like, hey, you guys keep the heli aggro while I go down there and loot the other crates, you know, stuff like that. That's part of the reward system was taken into account. We've never had custom build spot for donations, ever. We have a strict policy, and we've had this since the very first day that the very first player convinced me to take donations when we were about 3 months old, way back in 2019, is that anything we offer for money has to be available to players for free also. Period. No exceptions whatsoever. Yes, the blueprints on hard. I have. Now you gotta remember the hardcore server is under development. Like, it's not done. I haven't even figured out what the hell I'm doing yet. As of right now, it's looking to be a monthly, total monthly, like map wipe, BP wipe, whatever, monthly. But yeah, we've never sold custom build spots for money. Now, we did have a system a long time ago where we had like this real estate office on the in town, and you could buy. When I say buy, we're talking like with scrap. You could buy the TC codes to these special build spots in like the downtown little town area. And they were just plots, like little square plots. And you could buy them with scrap and stuff like that. But for real life money, we have never sold anything like that for real life money.
God, I remember that.
Anyway, this is where the Wraith spawns, by the way. I forgot who was asking me about the Wraith. Was it Nomad? I think it was Nomad. And as you can see, it is labeled clearly. That's where he spawns, right there. Here, I can make it easier to see him. Get them admin hacks.
Hacks.
There's the Wraith. Y'all want to see some fuck shit?
Kinjiro just likes to suffer.
Shit! Darkness! The darkness thing is cool. He makes it dark just for you. Oh shit, now I got teleported into the chair. Yes, he just overwatched me. Who's that? Oh, Trigger. Trying to let him actually use some abilities instead of just mowing him down.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus. Yeah, the darkness thing is cool as shit, isn't it, Rocket? Shit. Chain lightning.
Be cool if you could trigger weather effects, but only like
Yeah.
restricted to the
I will.
island.
I got put on a bear trap.
Yeah, the stats are going to be resetting in January and July force wipes. Oh shit, I got shared. So impressed with myself when I see all these abilities. Yeah, come on, Legacy, you gotta take this bitch down.
Spike trap.
It looks cool at darkness. Hey, teleported you.
Me too.
Get in the chair.
Oh, I got chair.
Oh shit.
Oh, I got double chair.
Nice. Real easy in God mode.
Look at how many of his minion friends are out there.
Currently there's 26 helpers out there. Oh shit. Fan of Flames.
That's a good one.
Fan of Flames. That's the worst. Oh man. You can tell he's getting into his final stages because he's really starting to lay him out now. Oh shit.
Yeah, I don't even know where he is anymore.
Oh god, there's so much fire. What did he, oh shit, Fan of Flames.
Oh.
God. Got him.
Got him.
Woohoo. Everything's on fire. Oh, that's your legendary. There's mine. What did I get? Scavenger Shroud. Meh.
Vladdy's Impaler. Vlad's Impaler. I like
Nice.
it.
Couple elite crates too. Just a couple.
Ooh,
Anyway.
that one's Vampiric and Beastbane.
That was the Wraith fight. For those that were wanting to see that. Like I said, this is the new map. Did throw a couple new custom build spots on here, by the way. Send some of that loot. Yeah, I'll mail it right to you. Yeah, no, the real fight is much harder and much longer than that. That was It was called God
So
Mode.
am I.
Huh? Oh, I see what you did there. It was God Mode. So where am I streaming? On Twitch? Wait. Oh, that's the Discord that you said that. Let me see. Anything else you guys want to see on this new map? Thank you, Morty. I love these canyons.
By half a second.
Canyons are so cool.
I really like the canyons up north.
Yeah, me too. The name of this map is Serpent River. Hey, imagine that. Looky there.
I like Trigger's idea better.
I'm gonna name the next map Get Good. Yeah, we can.
But as usual, you just put your foot down, pick the name.
Yeah, picture, whatever.
We come up with the names. I'm sorry. The last two maps I have physically and violently forced my admin team to come up with the names. I'm fucking tired of coming up with map names. You got to remember, if you count all the maps we lost to HJRP, and you count all the maps we lost to the Rock update, we're probably nearing 100 custom maps now. And I'm tired of coming up with fucking map names. If you guys are wondering which customs I put on here, custom monuments, I put the Marauders Galleon on this map. Oh shit, boss fight. No, you did remember to put a boss in here, right? Oh, that's right. There's a mini one in there. That's right. Oh shit, look who it is.
Boss in air quotes, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, we could put a boss in there. It'd be like a surprise yellow monument.
It's funny, the boss should have been in this captain's like dining hall here. That'd have been better.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'll have to remind me next time. I can move the card door over there and rearrange that. So there's that. What else did I add to this map? I added Company 8. I love Company 8. It's such a simple little monument, but it's so cool if you're my age and you're a fan of the movie.
Terror was my favorite on this map.
Oh yeah, I'm about to get there. Come on, render in. There we go. So if anybody recognizes the firehouse from Ghostbusters, like our cool Ghostbuster thing here. If not, that's actually just made with a bunch of cube. That's why it's so janky looking. Oh, got a little paranormal activity going on here. Anyway. Yeah, I'm gonna name it Get Good Scrub. And here's a really cool monument. Let's this one's actually good too. I made an abandoned outpost. So it's basically like a rebuilt version of the traditional outpost. The best I could make it to look like the real outpost. Except this one is deadly. There's people here to fight and card puzzles to do. Stuff like that. It's kind of cool. And then. Hey, what movie was that from? That was from come on, that was Ashton Kutcher. And
Here's my car.
Yeah, that's it. And no, and then.
Yeah. And then.
And no, and then. And then we got this. You know what's funny though is it's not what this is meant to be, but all I get when I see this monument is fucking Public Enemy in my head. Welcome to the Terror Dome.
I got Jurassic Park vibes from it.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's what it's meant to be. But I get Public Enemy vibes when I go.
Is it better than my Rick and Morty dome where everyone fights each other?
The dome where everybody fights each other?
Thunderdome?
Oh, Mad Max?
I totally forgot the name
Mad
of it.
Max.
I'm trying to remember. Give me a sec.
It's Mad Max Beyond
Thunderdome.
Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there's also that.
And no end in. Oh, and then of course, everybody's favorite.
Better be camel towing.
Oh, it is. If you can't tell by the immaturity, yes, we come up with the monument names too. My favorite is still the one Nola came up with for our Western map. 50 Shades of Hey.
Hey.
That was the greatest monument ever. 50 Shades of Hey. Oh, there was like a bunch of hay bales and shit. Like, that's fucking great, dude.
We had another double entendre on that map, didn't we?
Crowd, don't you dare fucking do it. Wild Wild West.
We're going straight.
You know, somewhere in the last 24 hours in a public channel, I gave away the answer to one of the custom titles from our stats plugin, and nobody caught it. Nobody. Admins, shut up, because I know I laughed about it to some of y'all. Nobody caught it though. And it's funny too, because it's something that people have been bugging the shit out. Where does this title come from? I don't get it.
That's the fun of it, though. Like,
I know. I thought people would enjoy like the Easter egg mystery of it all. Like, why the fuck do I have this title? I mean, some of them are blatantly obvious.
People, we don't even know them unless we come up with them ourselves. Like, I only know the ones that I've given to you and that you've said you've added.
Yeah, I did not tell the admin team what the titles are. Right now we're at 117 titles. You just got to be the top at something. Sometimes it's something big, sometimes it's something goofy. It could be the most deaths, or it could be the most blueberries picked. You know, it could be anything in between. Sometimes it can be a combination of things, like, you know, the most this, and that all together and stuff like that. You never know. And just because it's a title doesn't mean it's also a stat. In other words, you can't just look at the stats, like the detailed page of the stats, and be like, well, there's not a stat for that, so it can't be that. Yeah, it could be, because I can actually make titles use a stat that isn't even tracked as a stat, if that makes sense. In other words, I could make a, I can make a title for whoever farmed the most sulfur nodes and not have a stat that says, sulfur node farming. There could still be a title for it. Just for the record, there's not a title for farming sulfur nodes. Just an example. Although I could make one, I guess. I could make one called like flatulent. Anyway, this is the new map. This is going live on Monday. Legacy. I want to see a fucking Wraith kill. Don't be little bitches. I want to see a Wraith kill. I want to see a Wraith kill. Oh yeah, Brimstone would be a good one. Oh, and the good news is Legacy probably didn't notice all these update log things, but 3X did, because they were fighting the Wraith. I reprogrammed the Wraith kill to where the top 3 players get stuff, and then anybody that did over a specific amount of damage threshold also gets stuff too. So now originally it was just whoever got the kill, the most damage, and that wasn't really fair when everybody's putting in so much work. So now like a lot of people get rewarded for the Wraith. Like it's pretty damn good rewards.
And you jacked up the XP.
Oh yeah, the XP is like in the hundreds and hundreds of thousands for killing the Wraith. And I will be making a quest soon that for the Wraith kills. Once we get him kind of perfected, and I know he's not going to get cheesed, then I'll be making a quest for that. Which will
In all fairness, that last one, the player stopped immediately.
No, not only did they stop immediately, but every time they find a cheese, they've come to me in DMs and reported it.
Fuck yeah. Ken and his group are on top of that shit. I like that.
No, I ain't throwing no shade. I'm just talking shit and elbowing them in the ribs. But once I get it perfected, and I know that's not going to happen, there will be a quest, and it'll be a good quest. Like skill point reward type stuff. That's always everybody's favorite. So there will be some quests for that shit. Actually, and there will be probably legendary items involved in that. All kinds of stuff. So my real ultimate goal is to have legendary sets made and the sets are all thematic. Like there's a set, you know, that has to do with like combat, and you know, like the final set piece is kill the wraith, and he can drop the final set piece. You know, just the other set. You know, I want to make them thematic. Like if there's a set that has to do with farming stuff, you know, harvesting nodes and trees and shit like that, and maybe they have a whole set where like there's different quests and different ways to get those set pieces and stuff like that, and like the final piece is always like a big challenge type thing, you know, like what is it, you know, there's that one gathering quest that's a bitch that half the people don't do, but every now and then somebody, yeah, something like that would be like the final set piece for that set, you know, just shit like that where people can really, I want these to be like the World of Warcraft, you know, raid gear sets where you really got to go through a lot of shit and spend the whole force wipe trying to get all the pieces together and stuff. And that's the reason I want them to persist through map wipes, is I want people to be able to strive for that for the entire wipe, not lose it when the map wipes. So that's my goal. If you guys are creative and want to put those suggestions in, I would love the help, because the coding part is the hard part. The creativity part, anybody can help me with that. So anyway, I don't know. I'm just like flying around aimlessly right now. I don't even know why. Anyway, all right, well, I guess I'm going to end the meeting now.
Good night, y'all. Happy Monday.
Thanks for coming. See y'all at Force Wipe for sure. So, have a good evening. Thank you.
See y'all. Appreciate you.
Happy hunting. Bye.
Don't forget, we're always looking for map testers. Feel free.
More work. It's me, Mario.
We're a big fan of spicy wieners around here.
You gotta say it when he leaves. Otherwise, we can't do anything.
Yeah?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
$442 meters snipe, new record.
For what? Record for what?
Battlefield 2042 snipe.
No, I don't give a fuck about that. You were in a server meeting this whole time? You've been playing Battlefield the whole time?
No, I just loaded into a game like 5 minutes ago.